In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a pillow cover with an invisible zipper. Hi, my name is Kim with Kimagine DIY, where I hope to help you imagine the possibilities with DIYs and crafts. Happy holidays, everybody! In these next couple of videos, I'm actually doing some DIYs for my mom. We're going from a red Christmas to a blue Christmas. And a great place to start is with an easy sewing tutorial. We're updating some of her pillow covers. So let's get started. Here I already measured the length that would cover 2 pillowcases, which will be cut down to 4 squares of fabric. Then I pinned it together so I can cut the width. When cutting your fabric, make sure you take into account your seam allowance. I wanted 19-inch pillowcases with a 1/2-inch seam allowance, so I had to cut out 20-inch squares. I measured the 20-inch width and pinned it in place to mark it. Then line up my ruler, remove the pins, and cut. As you can see, this is still one long piece of fabric. Now it's time to cut the squares. I folded the fabric to cut 2 squares with 1 cut. Then just measure again, pin the ends, mark it, and cut. Now that you have your squares of fabric, it's time to iron all the wrinkles out. Then we're going to create a 1/2-inch seam allowance, and we're using a hem ruler and the iron just to press it in. We're doing this so it's easier when we sew our invisible zipper. Now it's time to iron out the zipper. We're going to iron it flat and press those plastic teeth away from the fabric. Really trying to flatten it out, but not melting the plastic. You don't want to push your iron on the plastic, just trying to push it away. Once that's done, then we want to measure the length of the zipper. So just place it along your fabric, mark where you want to cut, and then 1 inch from that where you want to stitch the zipper closed so it won't open. When sewing the zipper closed, I just put it on the zigzag stitched and press the feet down so it's not moving your zipper closer. The easiest way I thought you would be able to comprehend is by laying everything right side fabric up and the zipper facing up so you make sure you can open it. And then just flipping the top over, it reveals that 1/2-inch iron seam, and then you can either pin or use sewing clip to attach the zipper to the fabric. You just want to make sure if you're pinning not to go all the way through to the front of the fabric. You're only pinning the 1/2-inch hangover allowance. Now it's time to change the pressure foot on your sewing machine. There's a button right behind that just drops it real quick for my sewing machine, and I'm going to use this invisible zipper foot, and I'll place the link down below also so you can see which one I'm using. The zipper foot has 2 grooves in it. You can see as I'm sewing here, I'm putting the actual plastic through the left side of the zipper foot and having the right side still open, just adding pressure to the rest of the zipper. Now that we have one side done, it's time to do the other side. And now you just really want to make sure that you're aligning the fabric. So I just have it pressed and pin exactly where the fabric will line up to look nice with the pattern. So now it's back into the zipper foot. You can see now, since it's the other side of the 2 holes, the plastic teeth are going through the right hole and the rest of the zipper fabric is underneath the left side. And now the moment of truth, test out your zipper, zip it up. I did catch a snag, and that's because some of my threads went through the plastic instead of staying on the cloth part of the zipper. So I just took my reamer and undid those seams, and it worked great. Then you're gonna wanna iron your fabric flat, so you press it open, everything's lined up nice. Make sure you leave the zipper open before you start to pin the sides together, because you wanna make sure your hand can get in to turn it right side out again. Also, you really wanna pay attention to the corners, especially where the zippers are, to fold the excess part of the zipper back and pin it in place, and just make sure that that fabric right at the ends lines up, because that's going to be a crucial part when you sew, to make sure all your lines are straight. Then it's time to sew. I like to use the button that pushes the needle down, shown right over there, and to help me sew faster. You'll see it can just turn corners for you on a dime. It's really helpful once you do go around a 90-degree angle, because it just holds your spot. You don't have to worry about your threads lining up, but you can just continuously sew. Once that's all done, don't forget to backstitch, and then we can cut the corners, because it makes it easier once you turn it inside out to have some crisp, clean edges. Also, I just use the back of a tweezer to really get in those corners and wiggle them to a nice fine point. And then you zip it up again just to make sure everything works well, and you're done. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I really appreciate it. Please hit that subscribe button so you can stay in the loop for my holiday mini series that I'm doing. Also, please comment below, what are some of your favorite Christmas crafts? It might be in a future video. And I hope to see you next week.